afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 29th of April. The police minister says the misuse of nitrous oxide is not only a threat to those who use it, but risks the wider community as well. The government's announced a crackdown requiring imports to need approval from the Director-General of Health and automatically classifying large canisters as psychoactive substances. Police have noted a rise in the number of crashes involving people who have inhaled nitrous oxide. Mark Mitchell says there's no reason for dairies or vape shops to sell it.
People are making bad personal choices when they're deciding to use these nangs or drugs or cannabis or whatever it might be. We know that it's harmful, we know that it has a negative impact.
Nicola Willis has launched a broadside against New Zealand First in Parliament, accusing them of race baiting. National's deputy leader was giving a speech celebrating the India Free Trade Agreement. She says NZ First's on the wrong side of history and took aim at Shane Jones for saying it would result in a butter chicken tsunami.
What we really need to call out in this House, Mr Speaker, and I want to acknowledge Marama Davidson for doing the same, is the race-based scaremongering that New Zealand First have indulged in. Shame on you, Shane Jones.
Labour's Kieran McAnulty says the government's arguing amongst themselves.
They got into bed with New Zealand First. Don't cry about it now.
Winston Peters claims a Kiwi woman detained by the US Immigration Services didn't declare a prior conviction. Everly Wihongi was detained earlier this month by ICE in California after a visit home to New Zealand. She has an historic conviction for possession of cannabis. The Foreign Minister says the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade is providing support but doesn't provide legal aid. A major union's voicing concern over the government's planned changes to employment leave. Public Service Association members have spoken to a Parliament Select Committee against a bill proposing to impose a cap of 160 hours or 28-hour days of sick leave. They claim they could lose money under the changes because overtime allowances will not be factored in. Workplace Relations Minister Brooke van Velden says the legislation provides clarity.
For many people, however, leave entitlements will stay much the same.
A 21-year-old man's pleaded guilty to murdering his 18-year-old brother last year after an argument on a Northland road escalated. It broke out on Otaika Valley Road in Mangatapare in January when Brooklyn and Kyle Jenkins pulled their separate vehicles over after Kyle overtook his brother. Kate Rickard has more.
Open Justice reports Brooklyn then shot Kyle twice in the head and rolled him down a bank where police found him the following morning. He was charged with murder last year and pleaded guilty last month. He's been remanded in custody and will be sentenced in May.
Actor Sam Neill says he's officially cancer-free and credits a groundbreaking new therapy for it. The 78-year-old was diagnosed with stage 3 blood cancer 4 years ago. Chemotherapy stopped working. He switched to CAR T-cell treatment when it looked like he was on the way out. He told 7 News Australia it trained his immune cells to recognise and destroy the disease, and the results have been remarkable. To sport, Jerome Luai is honoured to be the first signing for Papua New Guinea's Chiefs, saying the NRL expansion club will inspire and grow a nation. Almost 900 matches worth of experience will be lost to the White Ferns after the Women's T20 World Cup in England this June, with Leah Tahuhu and Sophie Devine joining Susie Bates in retiring from international play. Midfield back Lester Fainganuku has been retained at open side flanker for the Crusaders' pivotal Super Rugby encounter against the Hurricanes on Friday. That's the latest news fix. We'll be back with another update for you tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.